Head coach Clint Mylymok here joins us. And coach, a big weekend, another sweep for you guys, but didn't come without adversity. You guys go down 0-2 early, but what was the message to make sure that these guys came back?
Probably, I don't know, thank God there's 40 minutes left. I mean, that's the good news. We still have time. And I thought just discipline too. Like our penalties weren't great, I thought, by our team in both games. Our job's to figure out how the game's going to be called, and I thought we were slow to learn both games. And then just I don't know, a little sloppy. But I mean, you play a team with good sticks and you fall asleep for a second, like it's in the back of the net. And they've got some good sticks, and they're on basic like defensive structural things of even how to come back to our end. It's usually through the middle, not the walls, and without the middle wide open. And I thought what we got better at as both games went on was our transition. I thought our transition was really slow and sloppy in the first period of both games, and it cost us. And that's what we worked on it during the week, and we work on it this week. Like your touches had to be clean, crisp, flat pucks. We can't play with rolling pucks. They can't play fast with pucks in our feet. So I thought we weren't very good in our transition game from our goalie to our defense to our forwards. As a group, we weren't communicating well and cost us. And then we got stronger as the games went on, which is the good part of it.
Now, the first period hasn't been too kind to you guys in terms of goal differential. I think it's only a +3 or 4 goal differential on that. What's the key to get quicker starts for these guys? Is it just
actually
simplifying it?
No, our first period goal differential, I think, is way above that. I have to double check. For each period, I think our third is our strongest. Our first is our best somehow, and then our second period is probably like our lowest goal differential. Usually teams at the start of the year, especially, were probably playing catch up, which usually means your second period is a little tougher. But our goal differential has been pretty good, but our first periods lately have been a little slow, and that's just something we do talk about. And sometimes, honestly, you just say, "Hey, our first periods are not very good, and we have to be better." And then they seem to adapt and buy in and make it a point of emphasis to change. And that's the fun part about coaching this group. They're easy to coach and fun to work with, and are hard to play against.
Another guy, another great weekend for Luke Janis. We talked about him previous in the past. He's figuring it out. Big goals this weekend. How do you like his progression so far? As it keep progressing, honestly.
Yeah, I think you always see it in practice. I mean, you talk about how important practices are. You can see the rhythm guys get into, and you can see like their confidence and their scoring, and that's something we have noticed with him, and also identified with him, before Christmas break and all that, and you can see his confidence starting to come in. He's a really athletic individual. He just is. He's not filled out yet to where he's going to be, so it's going to be scary of what he can become, like physically and also with his confidence. But he's definitely an athlete. You can see he's a Division I athlete. How he moves and his consistency, like a lot of these young guys, has to get better. But he's showing his ability to be a bit consistent now, and you can see his confidence growing, and he's a dangerous player. He's talk about good sticks. Like, he can score from top of the circles. He can score in a one-timer. He can tip pucks. He can take pucks to the house and make quick plays. So it's impressive. The different ways that he can score.
David Utkin comes into the lineup. You guys signed him last week. And boy, he making a big impact. 2 goals, 3 assists. Talk about, I guess, being able to find him, and then what you saw of him. It seemed like first game it took him a little bit to get the flow of the game, and then the second game he was just off to the races.
Yeah, and that's what good players do. They kind of like assess the situation, and you see his brain, like how it works, and a good player can always figure out once they figure out the pace, everything will happen. And he's very smart. The advantage he has over a lot of players is his vision, but he has good vision because when he has a puck on his stick, his eyes are always up, and he's a step ahead. We call it playing chess, not checkers. He knows like where all the pieces are and where to put pucks and area plays. He's a step ahead mentally, offensively. He's got things to work on away from the puck, like a lot of young guys do. but you can't teach what he has. Like, you can teach guys and show them, but under pressure, can they make things happen? And he's fun to watch. Like, he's different than a lot of guys offensively, and it's fun to see. And yeah, the first game, we kind of pulled the reins in a bit. We want to give him a little bit of a taste of it, and then when it's 4-2, like, he doesn't see the ice maybe late in the third much, and that's more to protect him, to make sure he's not out there still figuring out things. And then the second game, I thought Riley Roux and Jeremy Tremblay were very good as well. So maybe that's a little chemistry where they seem to be a good fit for that game, and their job's to figure out how to work together and keep it consistent, because you've got scoring, speed, passing. There's a lot and size on that line, and David's a big player too, and I like the fact that he scored 2 goals like going to the house, and his hands are pretty nasty.
And you got Northeast this weekend. Last time you see them, you see them early, and now they're gone again. How to get these 4 points here before we go into a off weekend?
It's some of the same stuff. Be hard to play against. Like, our transition game has to be cleaner. It's got to be better possession in the offensive zone, like more extended zone time. Not just going in and shooting a puck, then coming back out chasing it. It, like, possess the puck a bit. They're another team, once again. If you aren't good with the puck, they're 3 deep in your end in a hurry, and maybe 4 with one of their defensemen. So they like to get up ice in a hurry. They capitalize on bad puck plays, and that's how we got caught against them at Northeast. I thought we played pretty decent there, and we just couldn't score. I guess that's why David's here. Well, we decided to bring him in, because we like to get our power play going a bit more, which I think he helps. So special teams has to be good, discipline has to be good, but like a lot of teams we play, you have to have good possession and not just give them free pucks, easy pucks, right? You want them to they want the puck, go earn it, and not just like, we tossed it through the middle and lost it. And that's always the goal for a good team, and that's something we strive for every week. And sometimes we're better than others, but it's something we do talk about a lot. Like, let's be good with the puck.
Head coach Clint Mylymok.